Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your Pisces new moon reading. We are located with Venus in conjunction joining the ruler, one of the rulers of Pisces, Neptune. This is already occurring. We're feeling this, and shortly after the new moon, late Sunday on the West Coast, Venus will move into Aries. So this is a beautiful time where we are releasing joyfully, feeling the endings, feeling the lessons learned, feeling the emotions of letting go while we prepare for new action, new activity, new directions, and growth. So, Aries, I'm going to get started with your overall energy, the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups shows you in an energy of satisfaction, of abundant emotional joy, fulfillment, and contentment with the process that you are undergoing on a consistent basis in order to feel good about what you are accomplishing, what you're learning, even the difficulties that you have overcome. You are recognizing the wealth of experience, lessons learned, and the necessity for these particularly challenging experiences in order to create the sense of satisfaction and pride in your ability to accomplish, be self-reliant, be stepping up to your emotional standards, your requirements for joy, creativity, and love in your life. In the 10th house, we have the King of Swords, and this is in the place of your social identity. You are fulfilling a social role as a mediator, a facilitator, a recorder. You are conducting your own line of inquiry on behalf of a community. Your curiosity is providing you with the skills to listen, to convene conversations that satisfy your questions. You are turning your quest for truth, your desire to find the relevance in your experience into an opportunity to listen. And this right now is your most critical skill. In the first house, we have the Knight of Swords. And this is you focusing on this inquiry, this curiosity about what is available to you in terms of new ideas, a diversity of ideas, in ways that you can better understand the experience of others through the understanding that you are gaining of your own experiences. So you have taken responsibility for many of the disappointments, failures, and challenges in your life. And that experience, that process is helping you to be curious about the experiences of others if you are indeed tasked with, in some way or another, helping others to gain the kind of understanding that you have in the context of a world of different experiences and perspectives. In the fourth house, you have the Ten of Cups. And this is really showing that the foundation of your life, your domestic environment, is undergoing a change, a big benefit, a lot of opportunities to experience the benefits of your culture, your family, your heritage. You are continuing to understand through the passings in your family, the changes that are occurring in the family structure, the ways that you are more connected, not only to family members, but to all families in a way that inspires you to continue to persevere on this quest to understand and enjoy every step of the process that you are learning that allows you to recognize opportunities in the abundance around you and to share those with others in your constellation. In the seventh house, the house of significant relationships, another 10, the 10 of swords. And this really is feeling like a loss, a letting go, a very dramatic release of structures that once existed and all the behaviors, the thoughts, the beliefs that accompanied the old structure. So as you have been able to gain the understanding, appreciate the lessons, you are continuing to recognize this process of letting go of old truths, expectations of others that don't suit you, as part of an ongoing healing process that helps you to contribute better to the world. If you are enjoying the reading, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the support that I receive from you. It will help the channel to grow. The Knight of Swords in the first house is clarified by the Two of Cups in the second house and the Eight of Cups in the third house. I don't read reversals, so there is a profound connection that you have been able to make with your base of self-knowledge. You're balancing and harmonizing out the ability to be assertive with the ability to receive the rewards of your efforts. You are recognizing the usefulness and the lack of usefulness in your familiar environment. So there's a sense that you have outgrown perhaps the domestic structure, perhaps the family foundation at large, but you are taking joy in recognizing that you are ready to face new challenges, moving on to something significant with a lot of support. So this looks to me as though what part of what you value, what is foundational to your security, your safety, your stability, is a trusting and mutually supportive relationship. This partnership, it can be personal or business partnership. It may be a relationship that straddles many areas of your life, but this is part of the support that you are gaining in order to move on to a new, more beneficial and more challenging situation. You feel ready for this challenge. The 10 of Cups in the fourth house is clarified by the Two of Swords and the Eight of Wands. This is unusual. We have twos and we have eights, we have tens. So in your capacity to accept the changes in your domestic environment, you are recognizing that you have choices to make through your reflections, through your inquiries, through your research and desire to expand and understand more. You are joining with others to actually communicate, network, put efforts together, collaborate in some way that allows you to move rapidly towards a target that is important to you. You are very deep in reflection as a way of supporting and recognizing the opportunities for change in your environment. And you are welcoming these changes, really understanding that you've gotten all you can get from your current family structure, domestic environment, and that you are ready for more. In the seventh house, we have the 10 of Swords clarified by the Devil in the 8th house and the Two of Pentacles in the 9th house. Again, twos. We have 3 twos on the table so far. This is really underscoring your ability to reflect over the trajectory of your life or this most recent journey, what it has made available to you, the structures that have supported you thus far, and those that you are looking to integrate into your present life, making the future possibilities much more abundant and more inclusive. You are very clearly letting go and releasing those elements of your former family structure, social structures that were toxic, that were limited. Despite your freedom, the freedom you've been building from those structures, you have felt limited perhaps by the perception of others towards you, even if those perceptions were no longer aligned with your experience. You're recognizing the toxicity in the old family structure, even in the inheritance or benefit you've gained from the releasing of those family structures, still feeling somewhat limited by the contract or the request as a part of the inheritance that you've received. So there is some structural requests that you are recognizing limits the way in which you can utilize these resources, but that is not in any way preventing you from envisioning a more positive, more abundant, more reciprocal future in terms of your community. The King of Swords in the 10th house is clarified by the Four of Wands in the 11th house and the Hanged Man in the 12th house. The 12th house is really the area that the new moon in Pisces is going to impact, and that new moon is becoming exact very, very late on Sunday night on the West Coast. The cultural foundations that you have established as a basis for this new forward-looking humanitarian activist work that you have built a foundation, a cultural foundation, even a spiritual or practical foundation is really the foundation from which you can grow. But the twos are letting me know and confirming that ultimately the lesson that you are gaining at this time that's most relevant is this need to shift your perspective. You're doing all the work to reflect on almost every area of your life where you can recognize old patterns and look towards expanding or growing those patterns. You are anchored in your authentic self, but you are also recognizing that your perspective can open, it can evolve, and that will allow you to recognize many of the opportunities that you are creating in your environment, in your relationships. I'm going to clarify. I'm not going to clarify anything. I'm going to finish off this reading with an oracle card. And freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So many blessings to you, Aries. I hope this has been helpful. I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.